This is Julie's chair pad, which has needed to be finished for a long time.
Go ahead, say it, Mom. I'm not a finisher.
We're going to finish it in a different way. You can take very thin cording. You can take very thick cording. Because somebody's going to sit on this, we're going to take thin cording. And I've taken a piece of wool.
I'm going to show a close-up of the cording, okay?
I've joined two pieces of wool together that I've just ripped, zigzag through it. Then I take it.
Did you put the cording in, fold it over, and then stitch it?
Yes.
Instead of pulling the cording through after you had stitched?
I just...
Let me get a close-up of that. With the... Wait, I've lost you. Oh, boy, I'm awful on this one.
I just put it on the sewing machine and sewed right up to it. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to place it, and I want to be careful because I want to make it so that my seam is going to end down the bottom. So I'm going to start.
She's moving too fast for me, folks.
If you notice, this back side is to here. So I'm now...
The unfinished edge?
Yes. I'm going to come in and slip stitch through these again, catching this very carefully as I come. When I come to the corner, I'm going to be really giving. You don't want to pull it tight. You want to leave it so that you've got a little gap there. I'm going to come around, sewing all the while up front through these. Do the same exact thing. You can see my seam where I have sewn is going to be right here on the corner. Going to...
That's quite unintentional though, right?
Yes.
I mean, that just happened
Yes,
that it worked out that
just
way.
happened.
Her seam where she joined her strips to make it long enough to go
When
around.
I start this, I always measure and I allow 3-4 inches extra so I know I've got a little something to work with. When I come to here, then I'm going to cut this right there. After I've slip stitched and I know I've got enough, I'm going to cut it right here. I'm going to sew these together. Then I'm going to slip stitch all the way around here.
This is a really nice professional edging.
I will show you what it looks like when I'm finished this one.
Now I want to show you the cording edging. As you recall, yesterday, Mom took I shouldn't say yesterday, I should say a few minutes ago, shouldn't I? Took a piece of wool and folded it over a cord and then sewed it together with her sewing machine. Then she laid it on the back of the rug and stitched it on, coming up through the loops. And this is actually my favorite method of finishing. It's really professional looking. Beautiful. There's the corner. Okay.
On this one, I'm going to use yarn. I've sewn all around my edge, zigzag, whatever you want to do, just sew. Then I've come in and I've ironed it over once. Now I'm folding it over. And sometimes for myself, I like to pin it, just to give myself an idea. Again, you got to remember left to right, right to left, however you do it. I'm going to pin. Then when I start,
I feel sad because this is the music from Cold Mountain.
sorry,
It's making me sad.
I've threaded a huge needle, and I need a huge needle.
Well, it's very thick yarn.
And then I'm going to start somewhere in here, but I'm going to bring this through a couple of times because I don't want to put a knot in it. And this you might say a few little words on because you do catch. And I did. You may want to delete this.
When she says
Son
words,
of a mother.
When she says words, she says naughty words. Mom is a sweet-looking, older woman with a mouth like a trucker.
Well, sometimes things like this really, really irritate you.
And see, things like this happen to us too, folks.
Yes, they do. Cut.
We'll cut right now.
Oh, not good. Not good. Start over.
This is where this swearing will ensue.
Yes, it will.
Okay, here we go again.
Now I'm just bringing it in real close. And I really should have a double thing.
You should have some pliers. This is tedious, this method,
This is
but
very
it's really
tedious.
pretty. Oh, you like longer pieces of
I
yarn.
do like
Holy
longer
moly.
pieces, and I really could use it double. Okay, that's how it's going to go. I'm going to double it up so you can see. It's a little Garth Brooks on here.
Oh boy, she's dancing. I can guarantee you if Mom wasn't in here, this wouldn't be playing. No offense to Garth. I happen to like him. It's just not my style of music.
This is very hard, as you can tell. You're going to...
So she's doubling the thread, so it's cutting her work time in half, really.
She hopes she
the
is.
thread, not the thread, the yarn.
Just make sure when you come through.
You're still going through a loop on the front?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to go... Yes. And I just want to make sure that I don't pull any of my threads when I'm coming through because the needle is so big.
You're getting as close to the design as you can.
Yes.
Again, you don't want that monk's claw showing.
And this is very thick, which I really like because it goes faster, but it's also...
So it's basically like a whip stitch around the edge with yarn. And I'm going to get a close-up to show. Let me show that. Whoa. So it's a really nice finished look, but this is probably the most tedious of all of them.
Finished product to be shown eventually.
I know what I'm doing tonight.
It's very slow and tedious. You just want to make sure that you do not pull any of your monk's cloth loops out because you'll be in big trouble if you do.
So if you can imagine that you're going around the whole rug, it can take some time. Ta-da!
Ta-da.
Okay, I wanted to show you the yarn edging. As you recall, we showed you that we were going to do the Easter Bunny one with the green yarn. Somebody, no names, okay, it was me, didn't get it done. So Mom has this rug upstairs. Just want to back and show you this rug. It's beautiful. She did it about 15 years ago. I'm sorry, I don't know who the designer is. I'd love to be able to tell you. It was, I think, an antique rug design. Anyway, she decided to do this with the yarn edging. And I'm going to try to get as close as I can to show you that it's a nice look. Please excuse the dog hair and fuzzies. It's been on the floor for 10 years. Yes, on the floor. But anyway, this is a really nice edging. The yarn edging is the most time consuming, but it yields a beautiful result. I wanted to show you another way you could finish your rug that's really pretty, but you have to be careful with it. And with this one, we had this one in the Wool Street Journal showing how to braid it. we were choosing colors, and the first colors we went with were really too bright, and they took away from the subject matter in the rug. But you can see this is a braided edge. And thanks to Betsy Reed for showing us how to do this wonderful technique. You're going to sew strips together long enough to go around the whole width, or the whole outside of your rug, and you're going to braid, and you're going to get a very long braid. And as you go around the corners, you're going to go loosely, but you're going to attach just the way we've showed you how to attach other edgings. It's a really nice edge. Another nice edging is just to tear strips and twist them and then sew them onto your rug. And I like to use a dark thread. It's more primitive. You can see the thread. I just like it. So that's probably like a 1-inch strip torn and then twisted and just sewn around. I just wanted to show you one more rug. This one I designed a couple of years ago for the New York State Fair, and Mom hooked it. It was designed specially for the fair. And look at that. Trying to remain humble, but she won the blue ribbon. I wanted to show you this one because it has the cording edging again. That beautiful cording edging. Show you a close-up of it. Going up. Thank you for taking the time to watch our video. I know we kind of sped through this fast. We've had a lot of requests to get the finishing video up on YouTube. So we wanted to show you as many finishing methods as we could. Here's a little bonus video. In our last basic rug hooking tutorial, Mom let it slip to never throw your snippets away. Since then, I've received several emails with people saying, "What do you do with the snippets?" Well, it's really not a big secret. It's nothing, you know. It's nothing. But we stuff them with we stuff pillows with them. Mom's making a pillow right now. She's hooking directly into the wool, that dragonfly you saw on the front. She's going to sew around all 4 sides, leaving an opening.
Bottom open.
Then she's going to stuff it with
Fiberfill.
And as she's doing that, she's going to take a handful of fiberfill, a handful of snippets, and you will be amazed at how much denser, heavier, and just firmer it's going to make your pillow. Why waste? You know, in the old days, they used to stuff pillows with everything from sawdust to horsehair. So
This is your own wool.
it's your own wool. There's some little monk's cloth strings in there. So it's a cute idea for little pillows. And that's what we do with snippets. Ta-da. Here's one more encore video. I'm up in my mother's room right now, and I just had to show you her method for keeping her strips organized. This is nothing like what I do. Mine are, well, I think you may have seen pictures on the blog of all my strips just thrown on the chair. This is how Mom does it. She's extremely organized. She's hung them all up.
Wait a minute, that's not all of them. There's a bag there.
Oh
and there's a
wait,
big
oh
box
wait,
in
wait.
the back.
This is more like me, right here. Yep, that's me. Julie. Carol. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.